Yeah, hello and welcome everyone to this React webinar. Today will be a very interesting session because we'll be covering projects we'll be doing a couple of projects in React. Okay. Hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Yes? No?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. We'll do a couple of projects from scratch. Okay. Let me close everything and then we'll start to from scratch. Okay, now. Okay, so many things I'm having. I'll just remove everything and do everything from scratch. Hi, Punya. Just delete everything, okay? Because we are doing everything from scratch. So let me delete everything. Relevant here. Delete. Okay. Everything I've deleted. Okay. So hi Selviani. Okay, so we'll do from scratch. So basically, we'll do a couple of projects, and we'll see how we'll understand in React how it behaves, what is React, how we'll create components, how you create hooks, how you create Redux, and all those stuff we'll read from React. Have you guys anyone worked in React or know anything about React earlier? Yes, no? You can write in the chat or you can, turn on your mic and no, right? No, yes. Anything you know? Nothing from scratch? Okay, then best. Okay. So, okay. So right now what we'll do is that you might have seen a lot of accordion kind of things, right? So any website, if you see, there will be accordions like some maybe question, then answer, question, answer. So when you click on the accordion, the answer, the answer comes up, right? So if you have gone through my React or CSS.js landing page, there I have a FAQs page, right? FAQs are there, right? So when you click on the plus icon, it will open, and if you click on plus icon, minus will come, right? Those kind of things we have seen. So we'll create a simple accordion to explain you how in React we can create an accordion. Simple project we'll create. Okay. So now for this, what I'll do is that I'll just create something called FAQ. So I have already, done this already. Okay. Multiple times I've done this, but I'll just show you how to create it. Okay. Now, any component that you have to creating in React, always remember that you have to start with the capital letter, not the file name. File name can be small letter, no problem in that. But always the name of the component should be always capital letter. Okay. Now, I wrote RIFC. This is kind of just a shorthand for adding some snippets of code. Okay. Why it added some snippets of code? Okay. Someone has asked something. Okay. Yeah. So this snippet of code got added because I've used some extension that is called ES7 React Redux extension. So I've used extension because I teach both Angular as well as React in front end and Node in the back end. So Angular, if you are interested in learning Angular, then you can install these essentials. Okay, these three: Angular snippets, Angular language provided by the Angular, and Angular essentials. Okay, these things you will get. And there are a lot of extensions also that I'm having right now. Auto renum. You can just note it down. Who has joined now, just now? Hey, hi, Dilip. Okay, so auto rename tag, better comments, bracket pair color, okay, code snapshot. These are all different extensions that I've used. Code snapshot, color highlight, ES7 React Redux. Okay, this is one of the extensions that I've used. When I wrote the RIFC, it added a functional component. There are so many shortened. If I go over here, extension, you will see that a lot of snippets are there. Okay, I just need to go to these snippets, and you can check what are the different snippets these guys are providing. So when you go to the React Redux, you will know automatically when you install it and then try to use it. You'll know. Okay, I have GitHub Copilot. I have highlighting, trailing spaces. Whenever you give extra space which consumes memory, this extension will give a red color mark that okay, something extra space you have given, you can remove it. Okay, I'm having live server. I'm having live share for pair programming. I'm having metal icon theme for different kind of icons. I'm having path intelligence to say that if I just write here FAQ, you see FAQ component, I will say then entire address will be coming. So import FAQ component, then dot slash that I don't need to write it manually. Okay, because I've used path intelligence, it automatically give. I'm having peacock over here, which is using for Angular, obviously. Okay, I'm using filter code to, beautify my code. If I written not written in proper manner, it will beautify it. Okay. Prettier I'm using Coca, I'm using a REST client. REST client is kind of Postman. Okay. So these are the different extensions of a VS Code Studio. If you are using, then you can use it. Okay. Nothing related to our code and everything, but I just thought of sharing with you. So I said, so if I write something else, RAF, you see RAFC, 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 if I do, it will add what? A functional component with the arrow function. Okay, and this is a RFC React arrow function export component. So these are the different kind of component that will be formed when I'm using this ES7 React Redux snippet. Okay, nothing needed for our work over here, but I thought of sharing with you. Okay, now we created a FAQ component. Now what is our task? Our task is to create that FAQ, right? That facts kind of accordion. Okay, now for the any kind of thing, you have to know what is the data structure. Okay, so anything you want to display, you have to have an array of object, for example, right? A simple array of objects. So you can create a simple sample file over here. Basically, we generally get the data from API call, or if you have in Redux, then through that also you can get it. But for the sake of simplicity, I just create a simple folder over a simple array over here. I just write here FAQs. Okay, and I just write here. So you tell me what will be the uh, data structure over here, what will be the content over here. So basically, if I'm having a question answer kind of a FAQ I'm doing, so question will be okay, you might have seen is this okay, so suppose if I'm selling something and I'll just write it, is this refundable? Okay, that is one of the things you might have seen, right? Then answer can be okay. I'm forward the comma over here. Okay, so answer can be refundable if not satisfied with the result. Okay, kind of this question. Okay, now second is I just have this copied. Okay, and I can have one more such. So how many accordions? Maybe 5 will be enough, right? Okay, now if this refundable is one, then is there any community follow for this? Maybe this might can be a question, so I can cite it absolutely. So I just said absolutely you will be added after you join. Okay, this can be a question. Now one more question. What's the content in okay, now you see I just written one quote over here and is saying that I don't understand what is this, because if I'm having a single quote, now you have to use a double quote outside, else it will not work. Okay, this is a common problem in JavaScript also. Whenever you're trying doing string concatenation, now you have to use dollar and curly braces and do it. Okay, because when there is a code, it will not understand. So what's the content in silver membership, for example? Okay, so I'll just say, yeah, Punya, any question? Tell me. So I'll just write here HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, React. Okay. I'm just trying to add the question and answer so that React, Redux, Angular, for example, okay, dot like this I'll write. Okay, let's have 3 only. Let's not have okay, one more is there. Okay, let's have 3. That must be enough. Okay. Now our array is ready. Now what I will do is that I have to iterate through the array and I have to show this question answer, right? Now, how to iterate through the array? Now, this is a FAQ component is there, right? So when you are iterating through an array, you have to read first the array you have to read, right? So for reading the array, I just use a parenthesis. So in Angular, there is something called string interpolation. You have to write double curly braces for string interpolation. To show any data in the UI, you have to use double curly braces in Angular. In React, you have to use single curly braces. Okay, so whatever you want to show, because React, what happens is that it is called JSX. If you see the file extension, this is called JSX. JSX means what? JSX means JavaScript XML extensions, which means that actually how React Facebook team formed is they were working on PHP, then they worked something which will be immediately, upgraded, not upgraded, immediately give the new result immediately when they do something. So they did not have something, right? So on top of PHP, they created something called XPHP. And from XPHP, they renamed it as React. Okay, so basically React came to being that whenever that you type something, it should be immediately and automatically updated. Okay, that's the history behind how PHP. So so in that they were using JavaScript and HTML inside. Okay, now if you see, this is a JavaScript file, but I can use HTML inside. That is called JSX. Okay, simple terms. Now this is a kind of a container div, and I want to just show what I want to show. Hi, Shashank.
TSX and JSX file difference.
So yeah, TSS and JSX, Evgeny. So if I tell you, TSS is TypeScript extension. If you are creating a React in TypeScript, then you have to use obviously Babel and Webpack and all those things are there, which will take convert a lot of plugins, Webpack plugins you have to use. If you are creating a micro front end, you have to use a module federation plugin. If you have to use, you can use Babel, you can use SAS loader, you can use a lot of plugins are there in Webpack. So if you don't know what is Webpack, what it will do is it will take your file and try to chunk it out. It can convert your TypeScript to JavaScript. It can do a lot of stuff. Okay, it can create a micro front end also, like how you have microservices in Java, right? Or other languages also. The microservices are there, right? Concept is there. In Node also we are having microservices. Okay. Similarly, here we can create micro front end. Micro front end means small cell front end application clubbed together into a main application. Okay, those things we can do in Webpack. This is not a Webpack class, but I'm telling you how in Webpack works. Okay. Now, if I want to display something, so we are clear, right? So I just use, since it is an array, I can use map operator. Now map, what it does, can anyone tell what does map does? Map will read the array and return something. What it will return? It will return a new array. Okay. So basically I'm trying to read a map. So I just write here fact. Okay. And I will tell that, okay, whatever is there in fact, I just want to return it. I'll just check whether it is able to return or not. Okay. So if I just write here a div, okay, it is not taking like this. So let me write here div, simple div. And I will check how many times basically this will be, let me write here hello. So there are 3 content in FAQ, right? 3 FAQ are there. It should show me 3 times. Now it is showing an error because I've used so many stuff and I just removed it, right? So let me, I don't need all this stuff. Okay, so this thing I don't need it, so I'll just remove it. Okay. Now the error will go. Is error is there? Which line number 12? Okay, this it doesn't. Okay, now I have to import first, else it will not work, right? So let me write FAQ component. So it got imported. Now you see how it directly imported. Why it imported? Because I am using something called path IntelliSense. Okay, which is there in as an extension I added, right? So I'll just write here path component. Now when I save over here, you will see that I will see some data. I should see some data. Okay, some error is there. Cannot read name. It is saying where. Okay, I think I have to remove the. Okay, so let me go over here. Have I used anything name? No. Yeah, there is happening. Okay, let's go to the console. Let's check. Okay, folder component is not defined. It is already defined, right? So no problem with that. So let me do save again so that it will reload and then we won't see all these errors and everything. Okay, now it's so you see, right? Hello is coming. How many times it came? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times it came, right? Which means that 4 times we are looping over here. Okay, that is one thing. Now we can go over and hi Daksha, hi Sunil. Now what we can do is we can iterate over. So now you know that okay, our component is ready and component is ready to function, right? So now what I will do is that if you see, I'm having a one question and one answer, right? So there is this question answer repeating how many times? 4 times it is repeating. Okay. So now what I'll do is so this can be a container, but there should be a section. Okay. And this section will be of for question. Okay. So I'll just have the FAQ dot question. Okay, and there will be a section. Guys, one more thing I'll tell you. React doesn't have two parents. It has only one parent. FAQ dot FAQ dot answer. Okay. Now you see, there should be always one parent. It is returning a one parent. So if I write one more div, now it will throw an error. It will say that React component should always return only one parent. Okay. Here also, if you see, there is only one div over here. If I write one more div over here, it will throw an error. See. So it is saying that what JSS expression must have only one parent. Okay. So always, so now if you want to use like that, then what you have to do, you have to create one more div and then keep both the divs into that, or you can use something called fragments. This is called a React fragment without any tag name. Okay, I don't write any tag name. This is called React fragment. Okay, so what is a React fragment? React fragment has a lot of use cases. There are basically two use cases. One is it will act as a parent. Okay, that is one thing, and it will not consume the memory space. Okay, because if I create a div, it will occupy the space, right? Because it's nothing but a DOM object. So in the DOM, that space will be occupied, right? So always avoid. You have to remember something, right? Always avoid multiple divs or multiple parents. Okay, so we created one section called FAQ question and one section called FAQ answer. Now, if you just save it, you'll see that one will be question and one will be answer. We don't want like this, right? What we want? We want one button to be there so that when I click over the button, I see the so I just write here something like this. So let me button will be maybe an arrow mark. Okay, and that is a button. Let me go this section below and one paragraph I'll create. Okay, simple paragraph I'll create. And this guy, I'll just remove this guy from here. Okay. So now when I save over here, you will see one arrow mark is there, one question is there, one answer is there. But now, okay, we see the data, but this data is not looking good. It's pure HTML only. We have to use CSS to style it nicely. Okay. Are you guys understanding? Little, 5-10% at least. Now for styling, what I can do, I can bring all this content to the center. I can do, I can style the button, I can style the question, I can style the answer. I can, make a transition very nicely. Okay. And I can change the font size. I can do a lot of stuff I can do. Okay. Okay. Anyone can tell what other things apart from these things that I said, can we do in styling? Anything else? No? Okay. So let's do the styling part. Okay. Only when you style it will look good. Okay. So for styling, I can create a local CSS file as well as I can do write in the app CSS. But the best practices is always write reusable CSS, reusable styles. And for that, you need something called normalized CSS or reset CSS, which will have common values or common styling will be there. Okay. Through that. Now, if I go to app CSS, I've already written something. So which I will just remove everything and write from scratch. Okay. Now there is nothing over here. So in the app CSS, that means the main CS style file, what we have to do is that we have to write common styles. Okay. Now let me tell you what the different common styles is. First of all, let me write here padding 0. Okay. Observe carefully. Okay. I'll do little fast right now. Okay. And box sizing, because we shouldn't waste so much time on styling, right? Box sizing, border box. Now there is something called content box and border box. You can check it. What is content box? What is border box? Border box, basically it will keep all their content sizes same. Okay. Even if you change the content of one of the item, it will not become larger or smaller or whatever. All the sizes will be same. Okay. So you're writing border, because by default it is content box. Okay. Now we can go and import a Google font. I mean, let me go to Google font and let me import something. Okay. So let me go to Google font, let it open. I will go to Google font and get some font over here. Okay. I'll just write here Google font. Okay. Some fonts I'll go and get it, so that we will use that fonts. Any font you want, we'll get it. Okay. So I can just type the font. I'm already having a robot font here. So I'll just use the robot font to bring this guy down. Okay. So I have a font over here. I'll just click on get embedded code because I've already selected earlier. And I've selected some styles over here. I'll just select something in the bold italic so that you guys know how it will look. This one I'll select. Okay. Now I just need to copy the code. I don't need this guy. I'll close it. Okay. And I will use import and paste these guys. Okay. Why it came like this? I don't want the link format. I want the, okay. I don't want the link type of import. I want the embedded code that I want in the import format, not in the link format, right? So get embedded code. I'll go to the import. I'll click over here and then I close it. I don't need this anymore. Okay. Now I'll go over here, Control Z, paste. Okay. I'll just remove the style. Now I've imported what? Roboto font. I can directly use the Roboto font. Okay. So these are the basic things that you have to do for anything from scratch if you are doing. Okay. Now, now what I will do? I can use something called root. Okay. Now this is a kind of a pseudo selector. Root is used to create some basic styles. Okay. So what are the basic styles I can create? Let me create some font like type of styles. Okay. So fonts, that fonts can be what are the different kinds. So I'm showing you how to create a website from scratch. Okay, this is a website small thing, but I'm showing you how to create it from scratch. Okay, so small font can be maybe small font the variables. Basically, I'm creating some variables over here. So small font can be 18 pixel. Okay, so medium font can be around 18 pixel. Okay, let me multiple of 8 will do. Okay, and maybe large font can be around 26 pixel, and extra large font can be around extra large font can be around 32 pixel, for example. Okay, 16, this can be 32 because a multiple of 24, 32, right? This will be good. Okay, I created the font, right? Now I can create the colors also, right? So I'll just create the colors also. These are important stuff. Observe carefully. So if I'm having a kind of a warning, then I will use maybe orange color, right, in warning. If I'm using some error, so it will be red in color. If I'm using maybe what I can say, so everything is positive, then it will be green in color. So for positive, what I'll do? Error, warning, and can be, I'll just write here positive. Okay. So it will be green in color, or maybe I'll write correct. Correct. Green in color. Okay. And I can use something called red for red. Okay, red is there already. Okay, let this be the common colors as of now. I can create the sizes also, right? So for that, I'll just write here dimensions. Okay, I'll just write here dimensions. And for dimensions, what are the different dimensions we can have? One is size 4px, 4 size 4 will be 4 pixel, right? And so these are important because you will see after creating this, you will see how the magic will happen. Okay, because we'll be using these dimensions multiple times. What happened here? I think so this is size 16. It will be 16 pixel. Okay, and size 1632, right? It is there, right? What we have 24, we have 24 is 24 pixel, and there will be something last size 32. Okay, so 32 pixel. Okay, now dimensions over, color over, fonts over, right? What else we are missing it? I think everything is over. Okay, now let's go to the body part. So in the body, I will use the height as 100 VH. Okay, maybe I'll not use any height. Okay, let me use the height as 100 VH. I'll not use the width. Let the width be like that only. Okay, but what else we can use in body is font size. By default font size. So now if I want to use these variables, I just use var, and I will use medium font. Okay, did you guys understand what is this? Basically, I created a variable, okay, of 16 pixel. I'm using so wherever I want to use 16 pixel font size, I can use this var medium font, right? So you create one variable and reuse multiple times. Okay, so font family will be okay. So let's take Lucida's. Okay, not this big, yeah. We have used Roboto, right? So I'll just use Roboto. Why I use anything else? So I just use Roboto. And so if Roboto is not available, or maybe there is some error in this file, because this is kind of there in the internet, right? This URL, the URL problem is there, something is not loading, then what is the backup for it? So backup can be censoring. Okay, that is how we do generally. Okay, font size, font weight, I don't want anything else. Maybe I can use a background color. If you want, I just use some PDD, but it will be a little bit of, we'll see. Now let's see how it looks as of now. Okay. Yeah, this is good, right? So I will give some background color only. And we use Roboto font. It is looking good. But the font size of this can be bigger, this can be smaller, and then button we have to do all this stuff. Okay. Now, the next thing we can do is we have to bring all these guys to the center, right? So that it will look good. Huh? So for that, what we'll do is that I'll just create a style.css file and I just attach it. Okay. So let me create one very well. Till now, guys, edit out. Just use a style.css file. Okay. And I just need to attach the style.css over here. Simple, nothing fancy. /style.css, simple. So now in the style.css, what I will do is I have to style this fact component, right? So in the fact component, what I can style? There is a div over here I can style. There is a div over here I can style. There is a section over here I can style. This I can style, right? Now this div we have to give something. This div we have to give something. Okay. Now, so let me use class name. So guys, you know that in React we use class name, not classes. Why? Can anyone answer? Because class is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. So we can't give a class in React. We have to use class name. Internally, it converts class name to class only. Since class is a reserved keyword because in JavaScript, because we can create classes in JavaScript, right? So we can't use class directly. You have to use class name. Okay. Then let's write here as container. Okay. And this class name will be what? This will be kind of a accordion container. Okay. Container. So that is one thing. And this button can be class name as button only. Let it be Control Z. So class name will be button, BTN, or maybe button, whatever. Okay. And this will be a class name of question, right? Because this is a question. Okay. And this can be a class name, what? Answer. Simple. I'm just doing something, everything simple so that you can understand, nothing complex. Okay. But div doesn't sound good, right? So I'll just change this to main. Now see, whenever I write main, the end tag also change to main, right? Immediately, because I'm using something called auto rename tag extension I'm using. Okay. Now this can be one section. So I'll just change this to one section. Okay. Okay. And this is a section, right? I just don't want to use section here. I'll just write here article. These are called semantic elements. See, simultaneously I'm teaching you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything. Okay. These are called semantic elements because this has some meaning attached to it. Okay. Now, when I say over here, you will see nothing will change. Everything is same because we have not written any styles till now. Okay. Now let's add these styles in the style.css file. So let me write here container first of all. Now to bring everything to center, I have to just use the flex box. So I just write here display flex. If I just do display flex, let me show you what will happen. You see everything came to the center, but everything came side by side, right? I don't want to like side by side. Why it came side by side? Because by default flex direction is row. So it is coming side by side. Okay. So I have to bring it one below the other. Right. So for that, what I'll do is I have to write here the flex direction as what? Column. Okay. Now when I save over here, you will see what will happen. Everything will be again in the same position. Okay. Okay. Now I want to bring all this thing to the center, right? So for that, what I'll do, I'll write here justify content as center. So horizontally it will bring to the center. Okay, it is not coming. We will see why it is not coming. And align items also to the center. So basically it will bring everything to the center, but it is not working now. Now it is working, right? So align items will be vertically, it will be aligning at the center, and justify content horizontally will come to the center. Now, is this looking good? No, right? It is not looking good at all. Because why it is not looking good? If I just do a right click and just show you why it is not looking good, I will tell you. Okay. Now, if I expand over here, what will happen is, if you see here, this is the main, that is okay. If this is a section, this is a section. So it is taking the size according to its content. So whatever is its content, based on the content, it is taking the size, right? Now, there are 4 sections, but everyone's content is different. So the sizes are different, which you don't want. We want all the contents to be of similar size, right? So we'll do something about it. Now, the next thing we can style is this particular accordion container. So I just copy. So always copy, okay? Don't type it, because if you miss a letter, no, you will not get the error. This is not JavaScript. This is CSS. There is no error thing. You can't know how to write the. Okay, I could not copy properly, I think. How to, where the error happen, you will not never find it. So always copy the styles. Okay. Now, this is the accordion container. That means this refers to this particular section. Okay. Now, here, if you want to see, the button should be on the left and this question mark should be next to the button, right? Okay. That will do nicely, but I want to make it a little bit better. So I'll just write here. I'll just show you what I want. If I just write display flex over here, you see that this will be the question and button will be on the left. This would be this goes to the right side, which we don't want, right? So I'll just write here flex direction as a column, so it will come to the bottom again as earlier. Okay. Now this, let it be there. There is a reason why I'm doing it. But what I can do is, this container I can give some a lot of different stuff I can give. Okay. Now let's give some margin. So margin will be var. Now you'll see how it will impact us. So var I'll give a size of 16 pixel. Let's see if it is working over here. See, now you saw the magic of this, right? When I created all this variable, you saw, right, how easy it become to use it, right? I don't have to write 16 pixel every time. Now you see what it does, it created a gap between them. I don't want all this gap, so much gap. I will just use 16 pixel on the left, right, and on the margin bottom only I want. I don't want the top also. So in the bottom, margin bottom should be size of 8 pixel. Okay, so not too much. Let me save over here. The size is okay. Right now, little bit of 8 pixel only is there. Okay. Now, let me give a border of 1 pixel solid. And what are the colors I've used? Some colors I've used, right? Let me see what colors I've used. If I just use red, it will become red. Okay, it is not happening. Why it is not happening? Maybe colors variable might not take. Okay. Anyway, if I just write here red over here, it will become a red border, which doesn't look good at all. But for showing you that, okay, I'm using the border, I've written like this. Okay. But after that, I just use some border radius of 5 pixel. Let me show you a little bit of angling. It has happened on all sides. Okay. And padding is now I do where size of how much, maybe 4 on the top bottom, and on the left right I can do a size of how much, 8 pixel will be good, right? Size 8. Let's see if it is getting implemented or not. Sometimes it doesn't get implemented. Yeah, it is getting implemented. Very good. Okay, now see, the content is so we don't want like this content, right? The different sizes, we want one size only. And that will do later, but I will just add now whatever margin, border, padding, and then now background color. Background color can be any color, but let's see what color I've given. So where is the CSS? Okay, here it is there, right? So let's see what color I've given. Okay, I'm not given any selected in color. Okay, these are all different default colors, but let's do some shared kind of color. Okay, I have showed this primary 500. Okay, so every website has a primary, secondary, tertiary color, right? So we have to select our primary, secondary, tertiary color. So what I will do is I'll just go to something called the, I'll just open and I'll show you color shade generator. Okay, color shade generator. I'll go to shadow node. I have selected one primary color and I'll just use those color. Maybe we can use this color. Okay, I'll just not have so many colors. I can just use this one only. So okay, let it be there. Yeah, this is good, I think. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 colors are there, right? So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So I'll just copy this 500 guy, and I will make something called paste it. So this is my basic color. Okay. Now what I will do is I just use copy paste and I'll create other colors. Okay. Guys, these are important. Okay. 100, 200, 300, 400, like 500 is there, 600, 700, 800, 900. Okay. I just change this. Why we need this? Because we need to have a shade of colors. Every website you are designing, it will have a shaded colors. Okay. These are all UX stuff. Okay. This UX understanding this is extremely important if you want to understand the front end nicely. Okay, you don't understand this, you can't understand the concept of colors also. Okay, little imagination is needed, right? So for 100, I just copy this guy and then replace this guy with this. Paste. For 200, I want this guy. Paste. 300, I want this guy. Paste. 1, 2, 3, 4. 400, this guy. Are you understanding? Any doubt till now? Anything, any doubt, you just ask me. Okay, 500 is already there. 600. Paste. 700. There's some error happened here. Okay, I just need to remove this. Okay. So 600, 700. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. Now this is 8, 1. And last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay. So 9 is paste. Okay. Now all my sets are ready. Now I just need to use these variables only. Simple. So for the so what we are styling it. Okay, background color of what? Of the section, right? This particular section. So this one background color. What we want to we always have to use a. Let me close this. We have to use a lighter set, right? So for that, what I'll just do is where dash dash primary 100. Okay. Let me say this is looking good. Not too good, but okay, manageable. Okay. Now this background color is ready right now, right? So now you see the button is on the left and this is below. This is not looking good, right? This question should be at this position, right? So let's style this question part. Okay. So we are having a okay article. I've not given this article one. Okay, so maybe so this is class name. I'll just do not question container. This is what I can give. This can be also an article, right? Okay. So this can be question container. Okay. Let it constant container. So that we have a difference of everything, right? So this question container, I will just copy it and I will try to style this part. Okay. Okay. There are a lot of other stuff also you can do it. Background color is there. Now I can do something like maybe line height. Let me add a line height of 1.5. Let me see over here. Yeah, now it is okay. Text decoration, text transformation. Maybe I'll just use uppercase. So everything will convert it to uppercase. Okay, we don't want that, right? Only this one I want uppercase. This can be lowercase, or don't want this part. Um, Let me go to this details in the container part. Okay, in the question container I can do it directly, right? So let me paste this guy. Now come to the question part. First of all, we have to use display as flex. Okay, so you will see what will happen is that what happened? I am not save this guy. Now you see button and cushion on the left and right side, right? This is looking a little good now. Okay, border radius I have to change now. Border radius shouldn't be red now. So it should be where, let me use a little bit primary 200. Okay. Yeah, now this is looking good. Okay. Hey, hi Mriganka, joined late little bit. Okay, so display flex is there. Now flex duration is row. Okay, now I don't want to use anything else. Just justify content as center. I'll just use it so that I will have in the center horizontally, and that is also good. But I don't. This is not looking good at all, so I'll not use it. Okay, I just create a gap of maybe 8 pixel where size is 8. Okay, little gap will be there, little gap between the button and this content. Okay, at every place gap is used to create a gap. Don't use margin anything in flex. Okay, don't, it will not look good at all. Okay, now this is a question will go to the font size and everything here. After the question container, I can style, I will style basically the button. Okay, now let's style the button part. Okay, now what we can do with the button is, first of all, I don't want margin, I don't want it, right? I just want some border. Okay, border 1px solid, and now you can use some good dark colors, right? So I'll just use a primary 800. So this is a dark color. Let's see how to look first. What happened here? Any mistake I have done? So okay, border will be okay. This is a border only. Okay, so background, I will just give the same color, where again primary 900. So it will be a darker shade. Okay, this is looking good. Now, color should be white FFF. So I just don't want like this. I just go to FCSS and write the color white. Okay, so that it will look white will be as FFF. Okay, so I'll come over here. I'll just write here where. You see, I am creating the variable only once and I'm reusing it multiple times. You also should do like this. Okay, that will save your time. It will be white in color. Okay. Next will be, I did the border. Let me add border, margin, border, padding. Padding is there, right? So padding, I will just, what I'll use is, let me give a size of, how much I can give? 8 pixel on top and bottom, and on left right I'll give 16 pixel. Okay, it'll look good. So size will be 16. Okay, when I say over here, this should increase, but why not increasing? So I don't know, maybe it is not taking 2 vars at a one time. So let's see, we're checking where. Okay, here also it is not taking. Why is it not taking? Oh, I've written here 8 pixel. Okay, so which means that it should take the next one also like this. Dot dot. Size 16 I will do. Okay. Okay, now this is looking little good. Padding top, I don't print 8, let me 4. Looking too good. Okay, now it's good. Right? So now what I'll do is I have to use border radius, right? So that will look good. Border radius is a 5 pixel. Okay, let's say so little angling it is has happened, but little too much. I'll just use a 3 pixel. Okay, now it is okay. Okay, now it is looking good, kind of. Okay, border, padding, margin, background color. This is the, okay, so I just font size, I just use the font size a little better. Font size is, what size we'll use? What are the available sizes in font? Small font, large font, extra large font, small font, medium font. Okay, by default medium. Let's use a large font over here. Okay. Large font. Yes. Okay. It's looking good now. Now, okay. So what is there else? Text is not there. Any color? Color I've already used. Okay. Everything is done in button. Okay. Now comes the question. Okay. So question I can use the most of important thing in question is, do I need any margin? No. Any border? No. Any padding? No. Um, Everything's okay. What I need, I just need a font size, right? It's a little bit of font size I need. Large font, okay. Let's say over here it is little larger. So, but I want the font family is okay. Font weight should be a little bit of higher side, okay, 800. So a little bit of bold. Yes, it's looking good. And I want it font style would be italic, okay. Let me do it italics. Yeah, this is good. Now what I want is, okay, the color part, okay. The color part will use something, what will use something in primary 900, so it will look good. What happened here? Is it implementing? It is implementing. Okay. Primary guys, you see the color combination, the fonts, the all the things is very nicely done. So in any other application, any page I create, I can use the same variable, same colors, the primary, tertiary color. There is a different shade among colors, right? Those things you have to understand why these doing all these things were important initially. Okay, there are a lot of things I'll do next. Just observe carefully. This much, any doubt here till now? No doubt. Okay, fine. Question is over. So now what is there? After question, the article answer is there, right? So let's go to the answer part. Answer will be a little on the lighter side of things. Okay. So answer, if you ask me, the font size is a little of smaller font size. So I'll just use var and maybe the smaller. Okay. Small font. Very small it will become. Okay. We don't want so small, but medium font. Okay, medium font. And the font weight will be around 400. So it will be, it's okay. Whatever is there is now 400 only. So no need to do anything else. That is one thing. And second is, what else we can do? Color, right? So the color can be of the lighter shade. Where primary, let me use 400, maybe 500. Okay, so it will look good, little bit of, okay, now it is looking good. Maybe little darker shade, 600. This is okay. This is okay. All right. I just need little bit of padding and margin bottom I can give to the question so that it doesn't fall back, or maybe I'll just give the margin to here. Okay. So always give margin bottom, never give margin top. Okay. Margin bottom I can give a little bit where size 16. Okay, so 16 pixel will be the margin. Oh, it become too much. So always keep the multiple of 8, okay? Because UX guys give a multiple of 8 only everything. So now it is looking good. Okay. Now our accordion is kind of okay right now. Okay. So one thing you can do if you want to make the size of everything smaller now. So what I can do is this is the accordion content, this is the question container, this is the accordion container, right? And this is what the entire container, right? So accordion container, I can do something, right? I'll just use something called Flexor app wrap. So when I say word, I don't say anything. I'm just trying to figure out something. Okay, they're not coming down. Anyway, so the benefit of using flex is, you see, if I just extend this guy and if I just reduce it, it will just adjust it automatically. Okay, it will not, break or anything. But I want it at one line, so we'll see how we can bring this question to below and this answer to below also, so that flex wrap is a wrap. Yeah. It's not getting implemented, but we'll see how to do that, okay, later. So now what I want is, everything is okay. What I want is, whenever I'm clicking this button, then only I want to see the answer, not every time, right? That is how we create facts kind of accordions, right? So how to do that? So now I'll expand this guy, okay? We don't need the styles and everything right now. So whenever, so initially our first question will be open question answer, and later everything will be closed, right? So I want to show the answer only when I want to show the answer only when what? When the button is clicked. Okay. Now for the button to be clicked, I just have to do something like this, that I just don't want in this format. I have to use that is clicked. So if it is clicked, okay, then button and button will be shown and arrow will be down, right? So I just write here arrow down is what I'll show. And if it is not, then just show only the button. Okay, I'll just show you what is this. First, we have to encounter this guy. So what is clicked? So here, what I will do is I just create a const is clicked, and then I'll just set is clicked. I'll tell what is all this step. Basically, I'm just creating a using a reactor use state or hook. Initially it will be false. Now it doesn't understand what is use state. So I just have to import the use state from this particular hook. The use state is generally used to store some local variables. Okay, local state. For local state, we can use it. Okay. So whenever I'm clicking on this button, which means that I have to have a click handler also, right? So let me write here in this manner. So I'll just write here, let me enter. Okay. So on click, if I'm clicking on the button, then what I have to do? I have to just do a handle click. Handle click, right? And this handle click function, what it will do is const handle click. So it will be arrow function. So which means that when I click on it, I just need to set is click to true. So when I do set is click is true, is click becomes true. And when is click to true, then what I have to do? I have to show this, right? I have to show this article. That means this answer I have to show. So which means that I have to do something like this. I now have to do is clicked, and this is how we write conditions in JSX. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, now when I say over here, first let me show you, then I'll explain this. Okay, it is expected that only when I click on the button it should show. You see now no answer is visible, right? When I click on the button, the answer is visible. And when I click again, the answer should be closed, but everything is opening. Right? Why everything is opening? Because this is getting implemented to every, whatever is clicked, that should open, right? Not everything. Okay. So basically, instead of true, I have to write here, kind of, I have to write something like this. Not of is clicked. So what if is clicked is true, it will be false. If it is false, it will be true. Okay. So let me, you see now it is working properly, but I'm clicking on the button. So one more thing, when I hover over the button, it should be in a cursor pointer, right? So let's add that part. Okay. So I'm saying that dot button on hover, the cursor should be pointer. Okay. When I'm hovering, the cursor is changing to pointing. Okay. And there should be a little change in the button also when I'm hovering it. So let me just use the simple transform. So transform scale to 1.5. No, 1.5. That means 1.5 times of its current size. It just will increase. Let's see if it is working or not. Or too much it is happening. Right. So let me make it 1.2 only. I just don't want so much. So that is correct. Right. Okay, now this is correct. Okay. And this button should rotate also, right? The arrow should rotate also. So what I've written over here, what is the name of the class that I've written? Arrow down, right? So let me copy. See, again, I'm copying it, not typing it, right? Okay. So I will go over here, paste, and here what I'll do. So transform, rotate 90 degree. Okay. So when I'm hovering over it, it should rotate through 90 degree. Oh, okay, okay. So what is happening now is when I click, okay, somewhere something is happening. So when I click, it should go, it is coming down. Okay, good. But when I'm hovering it, it shouldn't rotate, right? That is also fine. Okay. Anyway, we have done something for the button. Now what we'll do is that this everything is opening at one time, right? So only whichever we clicked, that should open, not everything. So for this is happening because I have just iterated everything in this particular, in this one place only I have done everything. So that's the reason everything is getting open. It doesn't understand which index should open and which index it shouldn't open. Right? That's the reason everything is getting opened simultaneously. Okay. So what we have to do now, we have to create a separate component and then we have to move everything to that component. Then it will work. Okay. So let me create a separate component, fac item dot component dot jsx. Okay. Now this component, I'll again write here RFC so that I can create. Okay. So this is FAQ. Let me write this guy here. Component. Paste. I just write import styles, right? Here also I can import the style. Okay. Now when I move everything over here, it should work. There is no point in moving, right? What I'm trying to tell is everything that I've written over here, I just need to move to the item component. So I'm just thinking what to move, what not to move. Yes, everything need to be moved. So I'll just take this guy from here. Control X I'll do, and I'll move this guy to here. Okay. Now it doesn't understand what is each click and everything. So I just need to move this to also from here to here. Okay. Now we have to pass this FAQ. Now we have to refer to this guy, FAQ item. Okay. And to this we have to pass our prop. So there is something called props, okay, which we need to pass. And what we have to pass in the FAQ is our facts over here, right? So I'll just pass here FAQs. Okay, and we'll receive the props over here. It will called FAQs, and I can use this FAQs, not FAQs, FAQ only. So I just need to write instead of our FAQ question. Okay, now I think this will work. Use state, it doesn't use state. What is this use state? So we use state. Now let's see. Finger crossed it should work. Else all our is it working? No, it's not working. So why it doesn't work? Because it doesn't understand what is FAQ dot answer and question doesn't understand. Okay, so let me write here FAQ dot. It doesn't understand what is this. FAQ what I'm sending over here. FAQ item component and FAQ. I'm setting the FAQ as so this. Oh, okay, okay. Right here FAQ as right. So in that case, this will be FAQ as okay, and this will be FAQ as dot question. Let's save and it should work now. Lot of errors are there. Okay, so that is an array. So okay, okay, got it. Some error we have done over here only. To pass the FAQ, not FAQs. Okay, so now it will work. So I have to write it FAQ dot answer. I just don't have to write this like this. FAQ I have to write here. And I have to do like this. Right now, I think it should work. It is not working. What error again we have done? Guys, you're understanding, right? So when I move the code from one component to another component, how we are passing the data between the component is more important. Okay, that is the trick. How you are passing data. So some problem is happening with the data right now. So I am passing here FAQ. Okay, I can like this now. Let's see if it is working now. Yeah, now it is working. Now you see, whenever I'm clicking on the button, only that particular thing is opening, right? Everything else is not opening. Now, this was possible because I am iterating. So why this is possible and why what was not happening earlier? Because when we are looping over the map component, na, so it has an index attached to the every item. Okay, now when I'm using click, that click is common for everything, na? So that's the reason it was not working. Now this is the single instance of a item that is getting created. So when I'm clicking over on only one button, that particular answer is getting displayed. Okay. So did you like this small project? Did you like it or did you not like it? Okay, great, Sonelia. Thank you. Any questions you are having? You want me to explain anything which you did not understand? There are a lot of stuff we can do it over here. If I click on the question also, it should get open, right? So let me implement that also. So whenever I have to click on the question also, not on the button, also on the question, if I click, then it should work, right? So for that, what we can do is we have to use the on click on this question also. Okay, so simple, nothing fancy. On click, just call this handle click. That's it. It will work. Let's see. If I click on the question also, it is working. Okay, but the cursors that we have to give will be important, right? So when I hover over the question, it should where the question, yeah, here the question. So whenever I'm hovering over the question, it should have a. We'll do one more project now. So it should be cursor should be pointer. Okay. So when you are hovering over the question, it is changing to pointer. We want the first answer to be always be open. So in that case, what I will do is, I will just check. We have to pass one more something called index over here. Then only it will work. It will not work. Index is index. Okay. Kind of what will be the index? Index will be ID. Okay. Or maybe I just don't want to pass anything. I just create the ID over here so that we use that as an index. Okay. ID is 1. Then ID is 2. ID is 3. And ID is 4. Okay. So whenever I get, so what I'm telling is, if it is a, where the answer part? Yeah, answer part. If it is clicked, then it should open. And if it is a first, then also it should open. Okay. So is, it's right here, FAQ dot ID equals to 1. Okay. Let's see if it is working. I'm just trying it. So first time I want it to open. No, it is not working. Okay, I'm not saved here. Still, it is not working. So if the ID is 1, I am thinking that if the ID is 1, it should be open by default. But is clicked will be false now. So that's the reason maybe it is not working. I'm just able to think. Okay, so we can do something like this. Let me. Okay, so we can do something like this. Let me create one more. So let me create a use effect. Okay, so use effect is one more hook which will whatever write inside it, it will run only once. Okay, during initial component load, it will not work again because I've given a empty bracket. If I write something when this guy change, then only it will work. Okay, that is one more thing of a use effect. Now here I'm just telling it. Initially we want, right? So if the FAQ dot ID, if it is 1, then is clicked will be true, right? So is clicked initially it is false, right? So I'll just write here not of is clicked, so it will be true. Else is clicked, right? Okay, so I can write something like this instead of doing that. So set is clicked. Just write here a condition. So I just write here it is true, else it is false. Okay, like this we will write. So when we do like this, I'm thinking that it should work, but never know. Now you see it is working, right? So first it will be true. You might see in all FAQs, first all accordions, first will be always be open, and this is down, you see. And when I click over here, the other will be open, right? But initially the first will be open. Okay. So I just need some margin at the top, so that body I don't want anything. Let's add some margin. The margin will be where size session pixel at the top, and where size to pixel on the left and right. Okay, let's save this thing. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, some gap is there, looking good. Okay, guys, this particular project is over. So whatever I thought, oh yeah, it is all working nicely. Do you have the patience to work on a new project, another project? Yes, then I'll do, else I'll not do. Are you happy with one project or will do one more project? One more? One more. Okay, so you need to move out. Okay, I think for today, what is enough? In the next webinar, we'll do one more. Okay, I thought of doing 3 projects, but people who came, they left also, so there is no point in doing it. Okay, 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 nice. Today morning, Sunday morning, I wasted your time. It's only 10, so you can do whatever you want. It's still morning only. Okay. Hope you understood React. And yeah, Sunil, you are new to the community, right? So if you want to join our silver membership, which is very okay, we need CSS concept a bit more. Yeah. We'll do CSS, Sunil. Yeah. So if you want to join our silver membership, you can join. Okay, you can give me a call. It's only 5,000 for 11 courses for lifetime access and lifetime live classes also. Okay. Basically, I teach both Monstack and Minstack. So Angular, React in front end and Node.js in the back end. So if you just want to join, then let me know. Okay. So but these React webinars and the live classes are always free. You can attend any number of webinars and any number of live classes. But basically, live classes 10 live classes only free, not to that. Okay. Okay, guys. Chalo, bye bye. Any doubt you want to ask anything else other than that? Nothing, right? All clear. Sashank, Shiva, anything you want to know? All right. Okay, guys. Chalo, bye bye. Take care, and we'll meet on.
Sanat, today evening you will have a class, right?
Sorry.
Today evening you will have a class, right?
Yeah. Today evening we are having class. Yesterday I had work. So today evening we are having class. Okay. Chalo, bye bye. Take care.
And okay.